It's the year 2002. My name is Ceylan Korduk, 40 years old. I'm currently imprisoned at Kartal Prison in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey, for murder. Kartal is for those who committed vicious crimes, such as murder or political crimes. Both men and women are imprisoned here separately. Those with a light sentence get the privilege to talk with other prisoners in a multi-person cell. However, murderers like me who have been sentenced to life in prison twice are placed in solitary cells. I'm different from those prisoners placed in a multi-person cell who have the hope of getting out. I'm going to be lonely till the day I die. I'm sure I'll die without getting to interact with anyone. I was alone all the time. Although it was possible to interact with the other prisoners during recess, I was hated and nobody wanted to talk with me. That worked out for me since I had no intention of getting close with the other inmates either. He's always by himself. Yeah, he's so antisocial, I've never seen him talk to anyone. I knew other inmates were talking behind my back, but that didn't bother me at all. Then one day, everything changed. I was thinking to myself in my cell, there's only men at this prison, so boring. If I could just see a woman, my life here in this cell would be much better. There's no fun in watching guys work out at recess. I'm not asking for much, I would just appreciate seeing a nice chest, even if it's through a prison jumpsuit. I was leaning against the wall with all those thoughts in my head. It was nighttime when everyone was asleep and the guards weren't on watch. Then, suddenly, I heard a sound from the wall. What? Did I hear something? My cell is at the very edge of the prison, so it was impossible for me to hear a sound from the other side. But I definitely heard something. So I tried knocking back. I knocked with manly force. Surprisingly, a knock came back immediately. I was surprised. Is someone on the other side? Until now, I had assumed that my cell was at the very edge of the prison. It was at this moment that I learned there was another room on the other side. Now that I think of it, I remember hearing women's voices during recess the other day. Maybe the knock was weak because the person on the other side was a woman. If it was a man, the knock would have been harder. This led me to the conclusion that the knock must have come from a woman. From that point on, I was excited for night to come. It was only a knock on the wall, but it was enough to save me from the loneliness. Our sound-only conversations continued for several nights. Then, one day, I came up with the idea to carve a hole through the 8-inch wall with the metal rod that I secretly obtained. Sound-only conversations were not enough anymore. I desperately wanted to know what the woman looked like. It took me 3 weeks, but I succeeded in carving the hole. Almost there. Yes! It went through! With the completion of the hole, I was able to see and hear the woman for the first time. Hi, I'm Ceylan.
Hi, I'm Kadriye.
I'm 40 years old. How old are you?
I'm 27.
I was excited. Kadriya was in her 20s and extremely hot.
I'm in a solitary cell.
Same. I was about to lose my mind, but then your knock saved me. I'm so happy to see you right now.
I was lonely this whole time too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Anybody would feel the same way in a solitary cell.
Yeah.
From then on, our sweet chats went on every night. I love you, Kadriye.
I think I love you too, Ceylan.
A few months after the hole was made, we managed to actually touch each other. Come on, reach out a little more.
I'm trying, but
You can do it. Try stretching a bit further.
Okay.
When our fingertips touched, I realized my love for her was real. She loved me and I loved her too. I usually covered the hole with a poster to hide it from the guards, but this kept us from doing anything with each other. One night, I decided to ask her for more. Let's make love through this hole. I know you want me bad. I'm long enough to reach.
All right, let's do it.
From then on, we continued to spend great nights together. This was the only thing I had to look forward to. But one day, Kadria got pregnant. At first, no one suspected our relationship. Without a doubt, everyone believed the guard got Kadria pregnant. Of course, no one expected her to get pregnant through a hole in the wall. In the first place, no one even knew about the hole. Even if they did know about it, they wouldn't expect me to be long enough to reach. Eventually, our secret was out. The 8-inch hole with a diameter of 3.5 inches was discovered. But still, everyone doubted the possibility of Kadria getting pregnant through the wall. The guards measured me down there and were shocked to learn that I was long enough to reach the other side of the wall. My semen was also found around the hole, and everything was now made public. After our relationship was found out, we both got an additional year added to our sentence and had to pay a fine. And we were sent to different prisons and separated. Our child was in good hands, but we deeply regretted not being able to raise it. When the news went public, it surprised everyone. Of course it did, since getting pregnant in prison is usually unheard of. Plus, someone long enough to penetrate through a thick wall is even more unheard of. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. This YouTube channel introduces stories of various genres, including shocking news and unsolved cases from around the world, the biography of great men, mysterious stories from Asia, and more, all in the form of comics. You'll find plenty of content that appeals to your intellectual curiosity.